so glad we have microphones.
Well, you've got to be able to reach everybody, even the people at the back. They can see us. What? You've seen the film before, thank you. So before we get started, just some very quick housekeeping. If you need to go and refresh yourselves or relieve yourselves, just be careful with the doors because they are a little bit noisy. And if you start recording the film, I will contact Paramount and let them know. So please refrain. Don't be the guy with the phone. Yeah, you. Yeah. So should we start?
May as well.
Okay. Hello, and welcome to RetroRamble. I'm Charlie McGee.
I'm George McGee.
And thank you. Tonight we are going to be hosting a showing of Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981.
Correct.
This is brought to you by Bobbix. Bobbix here at the Punch Bowl, responsible for comedy, music, and now cinemas.
Yeah, so this is their first film screening, apparently.
And hopefully not their last. We will be hopefully coming back and doing this more often. But yeah, the idea is to go back and to revisit the classics. And the reason why George and I are doing this is because that's what we do in our monthly podcast, RetroRamble. So I don't know if you want to set the scene. Where are we? It's 1981.
So how this film came to be?
Yeah.
Well, Charlie, like all good stories, it begins with two grown men on a beach making sandcastles.
Okay.
So George Lucas and Steven Spielberg, good friends from film school. They've sort of supported each other throughout their careers. It's summer of 1977. They've both got films out. So Lucas has Star Wars is ready to be released in the cinemas. Spielberg has Close Encounters of the Third Kind. They both traumatic shoots, so they decide to, as you would do, go away to Hawaii for a nice little break. So they're taking some time out before the films open. And Spielberg says, you know, I always wanted to make a Bond film, a global adventure, but the Bond producers would never let me. And Lucas goes, well, I've got a better idea. It's about a global adventurer, an archaeologist, like those 1930s serials, and it's about a guy called Indiana Smith. And Spielberg goes, okay, maybe change the name, but maybe we've got something. So they work up a script, they work up some key action sequences with scriptwriter Lawrence Kasdan.
And of course, everyone's biting their hands off to make this a reality, right?
Yeah, indeed. Well, you think, obviously, you know, the box office clout of Spielberg and Lucas in the late 70s, early 80s, but most studios turned them down because both of them were notorious for being over budget and over schedule. But through storyboarding, through strictly committing to a specific budget, Paramount decided to give them a green light. Seemed like a good decision.
And movie magic in history was made.
Indeed.
So that's really it from us. Normally in our podcast we go through the highlights of the film. Luckily tonight you're not going to have to put up with that because we're all going to watch it together. But at the end we are going to be doing some of the features, well, a feature that we do on our podcast called Suspicious Spin-Offs. So in the world of streaming and reboots and remakes, we're going to do a little game at the end where, because believe it or not, Indiana Jones 5 is being discussed in Hollywood right now. So what we do is...
Can anyone tell me how old Harrison Ford is now?
97.
97. Close enough.
We'll take that. Sorry, you don't have to put your hand over it.
Yes, Andrew. I mean, yes, man at the back.
Birthday's the 13th of July, it's the same as mine.
Great day.
Okay, so, but he's slightly older than you from what I can see so far. I can't tell. So yeah, and just a little bit of trivia. We talk a lot about how we got into these films when we were younger. We were watching them with two families, the Feeneys and Glendillings, and we do have a representative from at least one of those families.
George Feeney.
Welcome. So yeah, we watched these films in our youth and we're going back and revisiting them. So at the end, the game is going to be Indiana Jones 5. Who would you like to see as playing Indy? And obviously Harrison is option. What is he looking for? And who are the baddies? And there will be prize. There will be a prize for the best and there will be a prize for the worst. So,
or second best.
Second best with a hairy chest. So right, I think that's about everything we need to cover. Everyone's going to watch the film. And my microphone's been turned off. So, with no more ado, let's get on and enjoy Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Enjoy the movie.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
I don't like to lose. You surprised me again, McClay.
Help me!
So yeah, I think it's a great film. It's a near perfect film. It does. You could argue there are some flaws. It's
PG, with all the melting faces and impalements, the explosions and the blood and the snakes, a lot of snakes, and the violence. It's a PG.
But I think the thing is that the film still holds up. I mean, it's got some amazing stunts, a lot of practical work,
and it's a 101 in filmmaking. All of the iconic shots and just the positioning, the light, and everything.
Yeah, there's some fantastic cinematography. So, and I think because of the period setting, it's aged even better than, say, a lot of Bond films around the time, you know, like Octopussy, View to a Kill.
Well, yeah, it's like Back to the Future, because it's a period piece, it stands up to the test of time a lot longer. It doesn't date as quickly.
Yes, indeed. So, shall we move on to the next stage
Yes.
of tonight's proceedings? We've only got another 3 hours to go.
Yeah, another 2 films. Because it's only a trilogy, isn't it?
Only a trilogy.
They didn't make a fourth. They didn't make a fourth.
No, it doesn't exist.
So I hope you've all been thinking about your suspicious spin-offs. Are we going to cover? Do you want to quickly cover off Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda?
Okay, Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda is a regular feature on our podcast, and it is the actors or directors that were considered for a project but just didn't quite get there. So this one has quite a famous person that was almost cast in the role. However, around the time there was a few people considered for the role of Indiana Jones. One of them was Jack Nicholson, would you believe it? It's not about the years, honey, it's about the mileage. And everyone's favourite grump, Nick Nolte, of all people. Who's, we were looking at photos of Nick Nolte around the time. He actually used to be an attractive man.
And he could have pulled it off, definitely with the Indiana Jones, the Professor Jones look. Not sure if he would have pulled off the gruff, muscle-bound.
Yeah, who knows? I've heard he's quite a drinker. But anyway, the person that was cast in the role and was George Lucas's first choice was none other than Magnum PI Tom Selleck.
Yeah, and there's footage of him in the role.
There's a screen test.
Set.
It's on YouTube. You can find it out. He was actually cast in the role, but because of his contract with Magnum PI, it was renewed for a second series. Can I have a second series? Yes, you can, Tom. And so that's why we have Harrison Ford in the role, which was George Lucas's second choice, but Steven Spielberg's first. So could have been a very different film.
And he's just so beautiful. Beautiful Harrison.
He's a very, very handsome man. Very handsome.
Beautiful man. But and also because we've done our research, and in all of the action characters that have ever been, so think James Bond, and obviously the other guy Han Solo that he's played, and all of the other action characters, Indiana Jones was done in a poll as the #1 action character.
The greatest film character of all time, as voted by Empire readers.
And another stat for you trivia fans is the, in terms of the stunts, because the stunts were very impressive in this film, I think you can all agree, a lot of physical stunts, but the stunt where he goes out the back of the lorry, and it's Vic Armstrong, did a lot of Bond films as stuntman. When he's actually holding onto the rope behind the lorry, was done for real, and that is #2 stunt of all time. Because it was done for, and #1 is a Buster Keaton film where the house falls on top of the
General, I think it was.
I have no idea, I haven't seen it.
Does anyone want to know how many takes it took to do the monkey to do the Hitler salute? 20. And they did it by dangling a grape just slightly out of shot. Brilliant. Trivia. Everyone was...
Hit the Youth 101. Where's the grape? Where's the grape? Yeah.
Force mine grape.
So yeah, we've tried not to cover the same ground as we did in the episode when we covered this. But I mean, I could go back and watch this film. You know, that's why we pick these sort of films. They are the films that stand up again and again, repeat viewing. So you know, Andy, you've got to get back and watch it a few more times, you know? Just in case there's anything, a bit of a boys' film.
Only another 2 more films.
Yeah,
There was
so that brings us neatly to drunk too much beer. Suspicious spin-offs. So I hope you've all been thinking we're going to go around the room, not with the microphones, because I'm not sure it's possible. But I'm just going to go from left to right. George.
Oh, I'm so happy you picked me.
Your suspicious spin-off.
It's got to be Sylvester Stallone, isn't it?
Oh no! You hit us. You've gone for the sweet spot. He was hot. He was a very muscle-bound, not very monosyllabic Indiana Jones. Okay, so we've got Sylvester Stallone. That's good.
No. My serious answer.
Oh, okay.
Right, okay. So it's a bit of a cliche, but I think Nathan Fillion.
Okay. No, that's a good choice.
It's a sense of, Firefly kind of model himself and Solo, but I think he actually would make good Indiana Jones.
You're saying that being familiar with the Uncharted games, I take it, yeah, which have been inspired very much by Indiana Jones.
What is Nathan
What's he looking for? Yeah, what's he looking for? What's he looking for? The game is, George, right? So you've got to pick Indiana Jones. What's he looking for, and who are the baddies? So what's he looking for?
I'm not going to pick aliens, am I?
Yeah, dude, it's your game. You get to pick.
Whatever you want, sweetheart.
Do you want to go with aliens?
Right out loud. No, absolutely not.
Okay. So he's not looking for aliens.
Indiana Jones and aliens would be a terrible
It
idea.
would be a terrible idea. It would never work.
Well,
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
yeah.
Can we come back to you? We're going to go back.
Does anyone else want to offer?
Maybe you should make this a volunteer round.
I think volunteer.
Okay, does anybody have a suspicious, because there are prizes at stake.
Chris Pratt,
Okay, so you're going Chris Pratt, okay, and what's he looking for?
Zac Efron.
He's looking for Zac Efron. I'm just going to go with this, right? So we've got Chris Pratt.
I'm assuming there's going to be an obligatory shirt taking off scene, yeah?
Then George, this can work. So we've got Chris Pratt. It's set in the future. He's been frozen. He's looking for Zac Efron.
Okay. So Zac Efron is the object.
He's the object.
Okay.
Who are the baddies? Who would be the baddies? Sorry.
An army of Zac Efron.
A clone army of evil Zac. No, which is Zac Efron.
Of Nazi Zac Efrons.
Damn Nazis turning up and ruining everything. Okay. Does anybody else have a right? Yes, sir in the back.
I think Michael Myers
Right.
for
Indiana Jones, Michael Myers, right. And what's he looking for?
he's looking for Jennifer Lopez's ass.
Okay. And the holiest of holies. Okay. And who are the baddies?
Jacob's Reed-Moss. Jacob
Jacob Rees-Mogg. Jacob Rees-Mogg. Have you two worked on this together? That's fine. Okay, that's. I think we've got a go picture there.
And Andy said this was a boys' film. Yeah, really. Sorry, Andrew, did you have a suggestion?
I did have Jacob Rees-Mogg as Indiana,
Right.
and the Labour Shannon Comet as the enemy.
Oh, deep. Like it. Political. Topical. Right, topical. What's the item they're looking for? Agreement, decision, structure. Anybody else want to find one out?
It was Shia Birth, surely.
Oh, I like it. I think you're onto something here. I mean, I think he's connected to the.
Go on.
And so what's he looking for?
A decent sport thing Indiana Jones.
A remake of a reboot. Okay. And who are the baddies?
Oh, it has to be the Nazis. It's got to be the Nazis.
It's got to be the Nazis. Damn Nazis.
Bastard Nazis.
Well dressed.
Well-dressed bastards.
Yes. Okay. Well, that has been. Is there anything else that we need to cover? I mean, who's going to win that? With us? Oh, sorry, I forgot. George. We're coming back to you, George. So, George Feeney, everyone, celebrity mentioner. George, who's Indiana Jones? Are we going with Stallone?
Yeah, it'd be controversial. Let's go with Stallone.
Let's go with Stallone. Okay, so it's going to be a conservative film.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's he looking for? Respect.
Yes, absolutely.
Take it seriously.
He's looking to be more versatile. He's looking for respect and to be more versatile.
I like that. Okay, that's good. Does anybody else have a suspicious spin-off? or a reboot or a remake that they would like to see made? Something that, seriously, is there anything anyone would like to see in the new Indiana Jones? Would anybody like to see another Indiana Jones film? I don't think we need.
I've always liked the title Indiana Jones and the Trifle of Mystery.
Okay, you definitely are winning a prize.
I'm going to award myself the
I'm going
prize.
to award you the prize. that you
Indiana
bought.
Jones, Paul Hollywood, something to do with Bake Off, mystical trifle, and there's some neo-Nazis in there. How about that?
My brother, George McKee. Okay, so
I spent 3 years doing film
he's
studies,
actually got film qualifications.
so I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he knows what could actually become a Go picture. So I hope you've enjoyed that tonight.
Space ninjas in space.
Somebody stop that, please. Just unplug.
Okay, sorry.
So
So we're going to decide on who should we give. I think this gentleman for his Shia LaBeouf should be a runner-up.
what the booby prize? No, the booby. Well, okay. He's obviously a fan. So you're going to get the runner-up prize, which guess what? It's Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. They never say never again of the franchise.
As we left the price on, just to let you know how much it was worth. £2. Pound land, kiss my face.
Better than real money.
Touche.
Free is.
Was that priceless? Exactly. So who's the winner, Charlie?
I don't know, it's a tough call. We got the Jennifer Lopez thing that I just want to see happen. I think that for inventiveness. I'm sorry, George, you have a lot more time than everybody else. I think we're going to have to give it to
that young gentleman at the back.
Yeah, the young gentleman at the back. You get
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom on Blu-ray. Sir, do you want a Blu-ray plan? Absolutely not.
Do you know what a Blu-ray is? It's okay.
Absolutely not.
There's no snakes in it, are there?
There's
No snakes.
There's no snakes.
It's not scary at all, that one.
It's not uncomfortable.
No, not at all.
Right.
Just some casual racism.
Lots. Lots of stereotypes.
Roddy.
So yeah, I mean, we are going to be back. Aren't we,
Apparently.
Russell?
It's a thumbs up. It's a thumbs up.
In December the 3rd, because it's Christmas, we're going to break from tradition. We're not going to do a Christmas movie, or are we? Or are we?
We're not doing Dirty Dancing.
No, we're doing another film beginning with D. It's all Christmas. Of course, it's Die Hard.
It's Die Hard.
So, tell your friends, tell anybody who likes Die Hard, just
Tell your work colleagues.
yeah, tell your pen pals. Tell the people that stalk you on social media. Everybody's welcome if they can get here. So yeah, is there anything else we need to mention? What we've got?
We do have a podcast.
Yes, we do have a podcast, and you can find us at RetroRamble.blog. And we've just, First Blood we just covered to obviously ride on the PR waves of Stallone's masterpiece that is Last Blood, which I went to see the other night. Oh my gosh.
How was it?
There were levels of I don't think he understands why the original Rambo films were successful. I think
He's not self-aware.
he's not. It's like it's got violence, but not the good explodey bang bang violence. There's a lot of gory. But no, it's an interesting that he's decided to end his Rambo franchise this way, and it's not a Trumpian fantasy in any way. There are many locations in Mexico that are all referred to as Mexico. Every city, I'm in Mexico. Yeah. But no, I think we covered First Blood, which is actually a very interesting film about a Vietnam vet suffering from PTSD, and very different from where the franchise went. But that's and what we're doing next. We're doing, because it's Halloween.
We're recording Lost Boys tomorrow. So and I believe they're showing that at Bobix soon. Is that right? 21st of October, I think.
Well, the poster has a date that doesn't exist on it, 23rd of October, Wednesday, which it isn't. So
Technically, the future doesn't
it's
exist.
in
So, yeah.
discussion when it's been shown, but it's around Halloween.
Around Halloween,
there will be a show in the
No,
we'll promote you promote us. Sounds good.
We won't be here, but we will have a podcast that we are going to be launching end of the month. I think it's sort of usually last week of October.
I'm nodding. Yeah,
You're nodding.
Yeah, right about then.
Yeah.
We haven't recorded.
It's not recorded yet. It's fine.
So yeah, no, that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And then the 2 films in the trilogy. But George will be available for questions downstairs where I will be enjoying myself. No, thank you very much again. Thank you, Russell.
Thank you, Russell.
Our man at the back, our man at the room is been doing the sound and the lights and did what George Lucas wanted, was play the entirety of the film, and we respect
On the
that.
place.
Yeah, it's a performance. So thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.